Today, it works for arms manufacturers, for oil companies, for banks, for hedge funds, but I know who it isn't working for. It's not working for working class people, it's not working for middle class, it's not working for the poor. That's who it's not working for. One final note. This government has been on the warpath. We've had these policies, these new neoconservative policies of unilateralism, preemption, first strike, taking us into a war against people that we shouldn't have gone to war against. We have a right to defend ourselves. I wouldn't hesitate to take action to defend America if we were under direct attack. That's the responsibility of the president. But we attacked a nation that did not attack us. And that's a crime to do that. That is a crime. Just because someone's president of the United States doesn't mean that they're free to violate the law. You should be held accountable under the law. So should the vice president. The truth is they should both be removed from office to take the So, close to 4,000 young men and women who love this country died because of this war. Close to 4,000. Let me tell you a story. Take you back 40-some years. I was a copy boy at the Cleveland Plain Dealer. My job during the Vietnam era was to go to people's homes and pick up pictures of their sons who were killed in Vietnam. One of the things that I did, they were called art runs, you know. Photos, art, and you just go and get it, okay? So I'm going to take you with me on one of these art runs. I get the Plain Dealer car, I drive it into a neighborhood in front of a home, and the home is a kind of a one-story wooden frame house. The paint's chipped badly. It's a weather-beaten house, tar paper roof, and I walk up the steps. Get out of the car, walk up the steps, and it's real rickety, the stairs. They kind of creak under your weight. It was kind of small even then, and so I walked up the steps. It's very, you know, the boards on the porch were kind of a little bit bent out of shape. I looked in the window, there's a blue star in the window. Curtains were a little bit yellow, they'd been up there a long time. Screen doors a little bit loose. I knock on it, the door, you know, flaps back at me, and suddenly the door opens. And it's one of the family members, and they let me in. And I walk in and I see a big living room, because the door opened right up to the living room. There's a threadbare carpet on the living room. And there's people sitting on a kind of a weather-beaten couch. And over in the corner there's a picture of Jesus on the wall, there's a picture of John Kennedy on the wall. And then there's on top of this small television set, there is a picture of the soldier. He's in his dress uniform. And so I turned to the mother and father who were sitting on the couch going through these photo albums trying to figure out which photo they wanted to use. And I offered my condolences. And they kept trying to find the photo they wanted me to use of their son to put in the paper the next day. They couldn't find one in the album, so they walked back to the TV set. The mother and the father walked over to me and put this picture in my hands, saying, "This is the best picture we have of our son. Please bring it back right away. We don't want to lose this. This is the only really good picture we have of it." So I took it. I went to so many places, so many homes, where the homes were just, you know, in these neighborhoods where the homes were wooden homes, single story, sometimes double story, small lots, people from neighborhoods like that, their sons were on the line. Someone gave their lives. And I think about that a lot. I think about the sons and daughters whose lives are on the line right now. I think about the sons and daughters who are in the field in Iraq and what will happen to them if this country goes ahead and bombs Iran. I think about what it means when you call someone to duty, what a sacred obligation it is for a president to only call those troops forward when America's on the line. And I see what's happening. We must take a different direction in this world. We must defend America when America is at risk, but we must never pursue war as an instrument of policy. We must have leaders who are wise enough to know the difference. And we must have leaders who are ready to call those to an accounting who took this war, this country, to war based on lies. We have to do that in the name of our young people who are serving. We have to do that in the name of our democratic principles. We have to do that in the name of truth. We have to do that in the name of the Constitution of the United States. And I intend to do that. 1 million innocent Iraqis lost their lives already. Just like you and I've traveled the world, any of you have traveled the world. People are alike the world over. I don't care what their race, color, creed happens to be. People are pretty much the same. Think of 1 million people. Look around this audience. Think of 1 million people like us, just dead, based on lies. What's this about? Think of millions more who are at risk in Iran right now when we're talking about dropping a 30,000-pound bunker buster bombs on nuclear research facilities. This approach that is being taken right now and passing itself off as government is madness. And my candidacy and my presidency, our presidency, is going to restore America to a place of morality in the world. It will restore America to a place of real international relations based on cooperation and not force. It will make us safer as a country, because no one can maintain that killing a million innocent people makes us safer. No one can maintain that this armed, aggressive approach that America takes makes us safer. It does not. That's why I talk about strength for peace. I'm talking about a whole different approach. No more unilateralism, preemption, first strike. Using open dialogue, diplomacy, the science of human relations, adherence to international law. That's how you protect America. So I've spent a lot of time, and I appreciate your patience in listening to what I have to say. But we're at a moment of kind of a pivot in the moment. We're either going to go in the direction of reclaiming our democracy, or we're going to go in the direction of fascism. And the question is, who's strongest to stand up for the American people? Who's the one who can take on these interest groups and their representatives in government who want to take us in the direction of acceleration of the wealth upwards, more war, more bloodshed? This is really the moment that we have to think about what kind of a country we want. And I appreciate you gathering in here for this discussion. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here. Yeah, we have time for absolutely time for questions, and we go right to it. So anybody raise their hands, I'd be glad to. Yes, sir.
First of all, thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
I was on the radio the other day. They talked about what was the difference between a liberal and a progressive. And I think of you as progressive, and I think that's a good thing. I wonder if you could talk about